Hell will rise again in Season 13 of Supernatural as a new leader will rise to take command. At least, that's what series showrunner Andrew Dabb is teasing for the upcoming season set to premiere this October. For fans of the series, it's almost hard to remember a time when the Winchesters weren't being tasked with averting some sort of biblical apocalyptic situation, but back in the first few seasons of Supernatural it was all about defeating the monster of the week. Demons were foes of the brothers from day one when Azazel chose to roast Mary Winchester on the ceiling of their Kansas home. Yet angels weren't even introduced until Season 4, when Dean was brought back from hell by Castiel. With the story expanding beyond the weekly creature, the Winchesters spend most of the remaining seasons focusing on the eternal struggle between heaven and hell. We've been introduced to countless beings who have sought to claim the right to lead both realms, often with terrible consequences for all mankind. Yet, it seems that the 13th season of the beloved series is set to introduce another power player to Hell's leadership after Crowley sacrificed himself in the Season 12 finale to trap Lucifer in an alternate dimension. A new leader must rise, and it could be someone we've never met. When one leader falls, Crowley and Lucifer, it stands to reason that another would need to step up and take charge. Speaking with EW, Andrew Dabb gave fans a brief hint towards just might step into the role as the new leader of Hell. There is a power vacuum. Into that power vacuum will step a new player for us. Once Crowley is gone, Demonkind and some of our players, some we've met before and some that are new, start asking themselves what is the future of Hell. People come with various different agendas. The interesting thing to note about Dabb's comment is that it could be a new player. It's not surprising that Supernatural would want to introduce the next face for all Demonkind, and with Crowley as Mark Sheppard stepping away from the role he's filled for nearly a decade, there's a big pair of shoes to fill on the show. So, the question we're now faced with is who could possibly become the next leader in Season 13? Will we see the rise of Lucifer's son? The most obvious choice is the son of Lucifer himself, Jack Klein. You may remember the events of Season 12, when Lucifer possessed the president, Jefferson Rooney, and made love to the president's aide, Kelly Klein. After their relationship blossoms, we learn that Kelly is pregnant, but because the president was possessed during their sexual encounters, Kelly is carrying a Nephilim. As this Nephilim is the first to be born by an archangel, it was assumed that he would be the most powerful being in existence, as he contains both a human soul and the power of an archangel. When we meet Jack after his birth, he is first seen by Sam Winchester and gives a sinister smile over glowing golden eyes. His potential struggle in dealing with his humanity and his demonic side could be an interesting direction for the series to take, especially if it results in a leader of Hell that understands what it means to be human. Could this be how Castiel returns from death? We all watched as Castiel returned from the alternate dimension only to have Lucifer reach through and stab him with an angel blade. Yet Castiel actor Misha Collins has hinted that Castiel isn't dead for good, and that he may make a return in Season 13, although he would be understandably different. When you realize that the Winchesters and Castiel just traveled to an alternate dimension and Castiel was the last to return through the void, it's possible that the Castiel from the other dimension may be the reason for Misha Collins' potential return. It's a bit trippy to think about, but if the alternate Castiel does show up, it's quite possible that, after being revived somehow by either Rowena or Chuck, he could choose a different path and claim Hell as his dominion, enlisting all the demons for his ulterior movies for humanity. No matter who takes over as the leader of Hell, one thing is for sure: things aren't looking up for the Winchesters. Season 13 could change everything that we know about where the series is heading, with all the major changes in the finale earlier this year. Who do you think will step in as the new king of Hell? Tell us in the comments below.